Scoring up now. Mobile starting to roll race one. Free Worthy on the inside. Cute Trick in two. Narlan's Babe in three. Favoured back a bit on the second line here. Diamond Debutante. 2100 metres. Release point in the back straight. Stand by for a start now. About to go. Set. Ready. Racing. Away they go. Diamond Debutante away okay. Beginning fast was Madam Hotfoot out in the centre. It's going to drive across and she's going to run to the lead in the early stages. Madam Hotfoot went to the front end, a little bit of trouble there. Narlan's Babe, as they round the top turn, it dropped right back through the field. Out to last, and as they race around the top turn here, Madam Hotfoot went a little bit roughly and Free Worthy the leader. Madam Hotfoot is second on the outside, and then came Tipperary Miss. Here comes the favourite now, Diamond Debutante, striding around the outside. 4 deep as they race down to the judge with 2 circuits to go. The leader down on the inside is Free Worthy. Out 3 deep was Tipperary Miss up to the lead. Madam Hotfoot looking for the trail, and Diamond Debutante striding up 3 deep. Over near the inside is Flying Flow. Then came Valdetti Foxy. They were followed by Cute Trick over on the outside. Averill's Queen is third last. Second last, Narlan's Babe back on the inside. And last of all is Luxury Lady. 1400 metres to go to the back straight. And around the outside, here comes the favourite Diamond Debutante up to the leader. It's Free Worthy just in front. Diamond Debutante striding up on the outside. Drew about a metre in front. Free Worthy had the inside. He steadied there, Kerry Clark on the favourite. They were followed further back by Flying Flow, third on the inside. Then Tipperary Miss. 3 back on the outside is Madam Hotfoot, followed by Valdetti Foxy. 3 deep from the tail of the field now comes Luxury Lady. They were followed further back then by Madam Hotfoot and then Averill's Queen. Near the tail is Cute Trick and Absolute now Narlan's Babe. Around the top turn now with about 1,000 to go. On the inside it's Free Worthy, joined by Diamond Debutante the outside. And 3 bikes wide on the outside is Luxury Lady. As they get the bell, 1 to go, then Flying Flow. They were followed by Tipperary Miss, and then came Valdetti Fox. Further back was Madam Hotfoot over on the outside. Averill's Queen is third last. Second last is Cute Trick on the outside, and last of all, Narlan's Babe. Going to the back straight at 700 metres to travel. And down on the inside, it's Free Worthy, about a metre or so clear. Second is Diamond Debutante on the outside. 3 off the rail, Luxury Lady. Then Flying Flow tapped up on the inside. Madam Hotfoot is doing it hard out deep, and then came Tipperary Miss. Down the back straight they go. 500 metres to go. They're in the final circuit now. It's Free Worthy on the inside, being joined by Diamond Debutante. Look to be cruising the favourite. Under pressure, Luxury Lady out wide. They're about 12 metres out in front of Tipperary Miss, and then came Flying Flow. As they come up the back straight, and Diamond Debutante has hit the lead about a metre or so. Getting anxious on the inside as the driver on Free Worthy. Luxury Ladies under the whip, and they're 15 metres clear of Cute Trick and Tipperary Miss, but on the home quarter now, and Kerry Clark has gone for home on the favourite Diamond Debutante. Kicked away now. Free Worthy is battling on Luxury Lady on the outside, but Diamond Debutante is too good. First favourite home. Diamond Debutante's won at 4 metres. Luxury Lady second. Third back on the inside, Free Worthy. Then Cute Trick, followed by Narlan's Babe. Behind them then Tipperary Miss, followed by Flying Flame. Valdetti Fox, followed by Madam Hotfoot, and last in Averill's Queen. Coming up on the inside, Cryptic Wise, King and Coda. Frosty Flyer, King Spirit. Release point. Shortly after entering the front straight, 1,700 metres. Dr. Zook on the second line with Argent Air. Mobile turns into the front straight. Start coming up. Ready. They're racing, and away smartly near the outside is Bella J. It's out deep and looking for the lead. Frosty Fly, they're not going to try and keep this one out going into the first corner, and Bella J is going to work from the outside across to the inside rail and take the lead turning out of the straight. Moving up on the outside now is King Spirit to sit 1 deep without the trail. Then came King and Coda third on the inside, followed by Frosty Flyer. About 15 metres away to Chip of Karame on the outside of Cryptic Wise. Dr. Zook is pacing roughly back in the field. Going past it is Argent Air, followed by Sky Dinker. And at the rear of the field is Sir Harry. Down the back straight they travel now with about 1,200 metres to go. And the leader here was Bella J. It's Bella J at the head of affairs, 2 metres clear. Over King Spirit on the outside, and King and Coda third on the rails. Frosty Flyer sitting 1 by 1 on the outside, and then Cryptic Wise. Coming from the tail of the field is Sky Dinker now at 3 deep, about to quicken up the tempo, and then came Chip of Karame. Argent Air followed by Dr. Zook, who's second last, and last of all is Sir Harry. At the top of the straight now, it's Bella J on the inside leading. Over King Spirit the outside, second as they get the bell. Just over 1 to go. Further back is King and Carter getting a trail now as Sky Dinker on the outside. Very good piece of driving there, Jim Barker. They were followed further back by Cryptic Wise on the inside. Doctor's Hook makes a run from the tail of the field. They were followed further back by Frosty Flyer. Going to the back straight now, just over 600 metres to go. And Bella J on the inside, the leader over King Spirit. Sitting and about to go now is Sky Dinker on the outside. Then King and Coda, they were followed under the whip then by Frosty Flyer. Doctor's Hook is doing it very hard out deep. Cryptic Wise gets a run. Down the back straight though. Going to the 400 metre mark here, and it's Bella J the leader. On the outside second is King Spirit, out 3 deep now is Sky Dinker. They were followed by King and Coda. Cryptic Wise going okay, but badly needs a run. They were followed further back by Frosty Flyer. Doctor's Hook is dropping out on the corner, and it's Bella J. 2 metres curve under pressure. King Spirit on the outside. King and Coda, then Sky Dinker is under the whip. Cryptic Wise has got nowhere to go into the straight, and Bella J is the leader. It's out in front of King Spirit, and on the outside is Sky Dinker. Bella J being held together. King and Coda going for a run near the rails, but Bella J has won it. Second maybe Sky Dinker ahead of King and Coda, and close up King Spirit, and right down the outside Chipper Carome. They were followed by Cryptic Wise, who never got a run. Further back was Argelia. Doctor's Hook, one of the last in company with Frosty Flyer and Sir Harry. The winning post, and then 2 circuits. Set to go. They move right up. Almost set to go. Stand by. Strands are back in the rough and racing this time. Paulie out at the start there was Fiery first. Beginning Paulie, Fleet Princess and Bungel's Boy didn't go away from the pole. Away very smartly near the outsiders, Nard and Skipper now. It's going to cross and lead about 8 or 10 metres to LK's Choice. Into that corner, followed by Armour Dazzler. Dropping to the 1 by 1 over on the outside there came Cobalt. Going up on the inside there is King Burris. They're 20 metres in front of Bungel's Boy. Further back was $1 Million over on the outside, and then came Tardy Town. Arid back on the inside, then Fleet Princess, followed by Bank Guard. And after a poor getaway, Fiery first at the tail. Down to the judge, 2 circuits to go now. And the leader, Nard and Skipper. 2 metres in front of Armour Dazzler on the outside second. LK's Choice racing third on the inside. They were followed by Cobalt sitting 1 by 1. 3 back on the inside there is King Burris. Then came $1 Million. Well back on the inside is Bungel's Boy. They were followed further back by Tidy Town. Third last, the outsiders Arid, then Fleet Princess. Coming around them, Bank Guard, and now Fiery first once again out to the rear. Down the back, and Bank Guard is making a run 3 deep and going with a Tidy Town. Bit of speed on here down the back straight now as they go to the 1200 metre mark. We're reined up now, and Skipper being joined by Armour Dazzler the outside. Out 3 deep now is Tidy Town up towards the lead, and then LK's Choice. They were followed further back by Cobalt Ass on the centre. 3 deep 2 is Bank Guard. It's trying to trail up Tardy Town. They were followed by $1 Million over on the inside as King Burris. Then came Arid, followed by Bungel's Boy easing away from the rails. Fiery first, second last, and Fleet Princess at the tail. Down the straight now, and with 1 circuit to go, the leader was Nard and Skipper, joined on the outside Armour Dazzler. Tidy Town is out 3 deep, LK's Choice over on the inside, then Cobalt Ass. They were followed by King Burris the inside, then $1 Million followed by Bank Guard out wide. Fleet Princess on the rails, followed by Bungel's Boy. Near the tail is Arid about to make a move, and then came Fiery first. Down the back straight inside the 600 metre mark now. Nard and Skipper about to be joined by Armour Dazzler on the outside. LK's Choice nowhere to go. Tidy Town is still 3 deep. Then Cobalt Ass coming from the tail is Arid the outside. King Burris near the rails, followed by Bungel's Boy in the centre. Then $1 Million as they run down the back straight now. And the leader down on the inside as Armour Dazzler's taken over, but LK's Choice is clear. It starts to rally on the outside. Dropping out now is Nard and Skipper. They were followed further back by King Burris near the corner though. Armour Dazzler about to be gathered in by LK's Choice on the outside. 20 metres away, Nard and Skipper out deep. Then is Bungel's Boy into the straight, and LK's Choice is swept up on the outside of Armour Dazzler. LK's Choice has taken the lead close to home from Armour Dazzler, and LK's Choice is going to win it about 3 metres to Armour Dazzler, 15 metres to King Burris third, and then Bungel's Boy. Further back, $1 Million over on the outside, then Nard and Skipper, Fleet Princess. They were followed by Fiery first, and then came Cobalt Ass. Deeper on the track there is Arid, followed by Bank Guard, and last in would have been Tidy Town. Tartan Dollar, Reese John and Rangy Van, the 3 trailers. Release point in the back straight. And we stand by for a start now. We're about to go. Set. Ready. Racing. Away they go. Loch Ness Lass didn't show any speed out wide. Going away quickly, Effie's Chase. From near the outside, Effie's Chase is going to drive across to the inside and lead about 3 metres. Caught out 3 deep at that point as Scooter Boots. In the centre there came Lucky Trickster, and over on the inside is Tudor Fella. They were followed then by Tartan Dollar as they round the top turn on the first occasion. Effie's Chase on the inside has been joined now by Scooter Boots on the outside. At the moment, Lucky Trickster is 1 by 1, followed by Tudor Fella the inside. They were followed by Reese John. Next on the outside is Tartan Dollar. Further back would have been Trapeze Artist, followed by Kendall the inside. Second last the outer Rangy Van, and last of all Loch Ness Lass. Out of the straight under 2 circuits to go. The pacemaker Effie's Chase leading about 2 metres. Second on the outside is Scooter Boots and Tudor Fella third. Sitting 1 by 1, Lockley Trickster over on the outside, followed by Reese John the rails. Then came Tartan Dollar, followed by Kendall over on the inside. Then came Trapeze Artist, followed by Loch Ness Lass. And last of all, about 2 metres, the outside is Rangy Van. Down the back straight they travel now, about 1,200 metres or so to go. And the leader down on the inside was Effie's Chase, about a metre or so in front of Scooter Boots on the outside, and pulling up 3 deep as Lockley Trickster. Then Tudor Fella with a nice run, but badly needs a run. Then Tartan Dollar. They were followed further back on the outside. 3 deep now as Rangy Van up towards the lead. Then Reese John over on the inside, followed by Trapeze Artist. Second last, Kendall the inside, and Loch Ness Lass at the tail. Racing down the straight now to get the bell. Just over a circuit to go. Effie's Chase being joined again by Scooter Boots. Posted out 3 deep as Lockley Trickster. Then Tudor Fella nowhere to go. It's going well, but it can't get a run at the moment. They were followed over on the outside by Tartan Dollar and 3 deep Rangy Van. Over near the inside then came Reese John, followed by Trapeze Artist. Then came Kendall, and last of all was Loch Ness Lass. Down the back straight, racing to the 600 metre mark now. Effie's Chase about 2 metres clear. Second on the outside is Scooter Boots, and 3 deep is Lockley Trickster. Tudor Fella over on the inside, followed by Tartan Dollar. Then Rangy Van. Loch Ness Lass goes from the tail. Reese John still nowhere to go. Second last over near the inside. At that point there is Kendall as they run off the back now. Effie's Chase 2 metres clear of on the outside of Scooter Boots. There was trouble there. Going back through the field is Rangy Van as they come to the corner now. Effie's Chase from Scooter Boots on the outside. Loch Ness Lass is out wide. Tudor Fella still nowhere to go. On the corner though, and Effie's Chase, the leader, coming around the outside is Loch Ness Lass, and Tudor Fella still nowhere to go from Scooter Boots, and Kendall is down the outside with a big run, but Effie's Chase gets away. Kendall down the outside. Effie's Chase hangs on, and Effie's Chase about 2 metres to Kendall. Loch Ness Lass, Tudor Fella. They were followed further back by Tartan Dollar. Then Reese John over to the inside, followed by Scooter Boots and Lockley Trickster. Wider out Trapeze Artist, and last in Rangy Van. Highest peak on the inside from Bye Bye Contessa. Pirate Raider, 2 Shoe. Sage King. Release point in the back straight. Goldenist is caught up. They're set to go now. Ready to run. Set. They're racing. Miscalculate a little bit slow to begin. Away very smartly. Paul Michael near the outside, and Pirate Raider is going fast through on the centre. Off stride there was Sage King. The favourites gallop into that corner. That's Sage King dropping right out the last. Ahead of it there is Goldenist. Around the top turn in trouble that point too was Bye Bye Contessa. It goes backwards too. Now around the top turn on the first second, the leader highest peak from the inside, led from Pirate Raider, and Paul Michael caught wide, about to ease for a trail. They were followed further back then over on the inside, and starting to improve up towards the leader at that point was 2 Shoe, and they were followed further back by Black Kudos. Over on the inside is Cyclone Valley, followed by Miscalculate. Gold Honest is third last, about 8 or 10 metres away to Bye Bye Contessa. The favourite blew its chances going to the first corner, Sage King. Going to the back straight now, 11 3/4 out, 1400 from the judge, and highest peak from the inside, let out about 5 metres in front. Over on the outside there is Pirate Raider second, third is 2 Shoe the inside. Cyclone Valley now sitting 1 by 1. About 8 metres away to Black Kudos, followed by Miscalculated. Then came Gold Honest over on the outside, followed by Sage King. And last of all is Bye Bye Contessa. Inside the 1200 metre mark in the back straight, and highest peak about 2 metres out in front of Pirate Raider second. Third over on the inside is 2 Shoe, and they were followed by Cyclone Valley. Next on the inside is Miscalculate, followed by Black Kudos. Goldenist third last over on the outside, Sage King second last, and badly snookered on the inside, and last of all is Bye Bye Contessa. Around the top turn, squaring up for the bell now, with about 850 metres to go down the straight, and the leader was Highest Peak leading 3 metres. Second on the outside, Pirate Raider, who's done plenty of work. Two Shoes had a nice run, provided can get clear of the rail. Goldeness goes from the tail ahead of it. Cyclone Valley in the centre. Then came Miscalculate over on the inside from Black Kudos. Sage King last, and ahead of it 3 deep was Bye Contessa. 600 metres to go now. They're in the final circuit. And highest peak about 2 metres clear of Pirate Raider second. Goldenest out 3 deep on the track, racing up towards the lead, and then Two Shoes. They were followed further back by Miscalculate over on the inside of Cyclone Valley. Sage King third last from Black Kudos, and last Bye Contessa. Down the back straight inside the 400 metre mark. They run off the back at its highest peak, about to be joined by Goldenest the outside. Then Pirate Raider followed by Two Shoes, still nowhere to go. Miscalculate, Cyclone Valley, and right off the track is Black Kudos. Coming to the corner, its highest peak on the inside. Goldenest out 3 deep. Boxing on fairly as Pirate Raider in the centre. Highest peak, the first one for home from Goldenest. Pirate Raider is kicking on in the centre, but highest peak the inside in front near the line. And it's going to win from Pirate Raider. Goldenest just got third from Miscalculate. Two Shoes near the inside, then Sage King, Cyclone Valley. Black Kudos the outside, and Bye Contessa at the rear. .500 metres the journey, release point in the front straight. But he's sent away from home to the outside with Handy Bank and Pay the One. Start coming up. Ready. Racing. Arms wide in and away from home, is going very hard from the outside. She's trying to get across away from home, out deep. Armbro to Bradero is hunting up, and so too is Hannah's Prince to the inside. Into the corner, lickety split they go, and around the outside goes away from home. She's posted out 3 deep though in that bend, and going through in the centre. Armbro Padero's going to take up the running. Going to the back straight now, and it's Armbro Padero going across to the inside. To lead about 5 metres, Hannah's Prince second, away from home. Dropped over onto the rails now to be third. They're about 15 metres clear now. Vital followed by Maddie's Son. Next on the outside is Handy Bank, and last of all is Pay the Ones. Down the back straight inside the 2.5 lap mark now. And the leader, Armbro Padero. It's showing about 10 metres clear over Hannah's Prince, who's second, and about 10 or 12 metres away from home. A similar gap, Maddie's Son over on the inside, followed by Vital. Handy Bank is on the outside, second last, and last on the rails is Pay for Ones as they swing down the straight now over 2 circuits to go. Just over 1,600 out. Armbro Padero is the pacemaker, 6 metres in front. Hannah's Prince racing second. Going to the outside now, away from home off the rails, followed by Maddie's Son, the fence. Vital's now 1 by 1. Handy Bank is second last with a nice run on the outside, and Pay the Ones last of all. Going to the back straight, racing to the 1,400 metre mark. And it's Armbro Padero, 6 metres clear. Second, Hannah's Prince the inside. Away from home's got to do work on the outside now. Third without a trail. Then came Maddie's Son, followed by Vital in the 1 by 1. Second last over on the inside now is Pay the Ones, and last of all, and about to go from the tail is Handy Bank. 1,200 metres to go on the back straight. Armbro Padero. 5 metres clear away from home. Handy Bank with a move around the outside. 3 off the rail. Then came Hannah's Prince the inside. Vital with a nice run, followed by Maddie's Son. And last of all there is Pay the Ones. Around the top turn they travel. With 1,000 metres to go, and it's Armbro Padero. 5 metres clear away from home's done a power of work second. Sitting up on the outside second with no trail. Hannah's Prince third. As they get the bell, 1 to go. Handy Bank out 3 deep. Then came Vital in the centre, followed by Maddie's Son. And last of all, Pay the Ones about to go from the tail. Into the back straight now, 700 metres to go. And the leader down on the inside is Armbro Padero, 4 metres clear. Hannah's Prince second, third over on the outside, and tapped up now is away from home now. They were followed by Handy Bank, 3 off the rails. In the centre there came Vital, followed by Maddie's Son, and Pay the One safe for a last effort at the tail. Down the back straight, 4.50 to go. It's Armbro Padero, 6 metres clear. Second spot, Hannah's Prince about to get clear. Away from home's under plenty of pressure. Handy Bank on the outside. Pay the Ones makes a move from the tail. Vital out to the rear. And then came Maddie's Son as they come to the corner though. It's Armbro Padero, 6 metres in front. Hannah's Prince second. Handy Bank's under plenty of pressure. The only one running on is Pay the Ones out deep on the track, but it's spotting the leaders. A huge start away from home goes to the tail. Armbro Padero, the one to beat into the straight. Shoots clear now over Hannah's Prince. Pay the Ones is down the outside, running on fairly well. And Vital on the outside, but Armbro Padero too good. Armbro Padero, 8 metres. Second placing Pay the Ones. Very close for third. Vital's on the outside of Hannah's Prince. They were followed by Maddie's Son away from home, and Handy Bank at the tail. On the inside here, it's Arnold's Dream from Ty Richards. Rimfire Dollar. Deep Strike will catch him. by the release point, which is in the back straight, 2100 metre mobile. Deep Strike comes right up to the second line now. Ready to go, they're set. The arms retract and they're racing this time. Away fast there was the Antler Stud out in the centre, and the Antler Stud is going to go to the front on settling down. Stylish Chief is out wide, followed then by Norton Boy into that corner. Norton Boy off stride, Rimfire Dollar in trouble. There was a big mix up there. Norton, Rimfire Dollar and also Norton Boy in plenty of trouble, and they drop out to the tail. Rearward positions held by High Votto and also Deep Strike. Around the top turn they travel now, and Deanthus Dot on the inside is being joined by Ty Richards the outside, then Arnold's Dream. They were followed by Stylish Chief now in the 1 by 1. Further back on the inside at that point there came Classic Jack. On its outside is Starlight Green. About 6 metres back on the inside is High Votto. They were followed by Deep Strike. Second last is Rimfire Dollar. And at the tail of the field is Norton Boy. Going to the back straight they travel. 1,400 metres to go, and Deanthus Dot the leader. 2 metres clear over Ty Richards on the outside, and Arnold's Dream third on the fence, and 1 by 1 is Stylish Chief. It's got a beautiful run in transit. They were followed by Classic Jack over on the inside, then Starlight Green. Further back on the outside is Deep Strike and High Votto on the rails. 6 metres back was Rimfire Dollar. Going up at its inside is Norton Boy. Along the back straight they travel, racing to the 1,100 metre mark, and Ty Richards now the leader. Ty Richards about 5 or 6 metres clear. Stylish Chief on the outside, second left with no trail. Then came Deanthus Dot third on the inside. They were followed by Arnold's Dream the outside, now 1 by 1. 3 deep to the tail. Ian McCallum's off on Deep Strike now. They were followed further back then by Starlight Green as they run down the straight now with 1 circuit to go. The leader Ty Richards 2 metres in front. Stylish Chief in the centre, hard driven to retain its spot. Out 3 deep now is Deep Strike going around them quickly. The Anthers Dot the inside, then Arnold's Dream. They were followed back on the inside here by Classic Jack, and then came Starlight Green as they go to the back straight. And last of all is High Votto. 600 metres to go on the back straight, and Ty Richards the leader. 4 metres clear, Deanthus Dot is second. Stylish Chief in the centre's under a bit of pressure. Then Deep Strike out 3 deep, followed by Arnold's Dream. Back on the inside is Classic Jack, and they were followed by High Votto. Galloping at the tail is Starlight Green. Ahead of it there, Rimfire Dollar. Running off the back, and Ty Richards going okay. Ty Richards about 6 metres clear. Deanthus Dot over on the inside. Out 3 deep now is Arnold's Dream running on but under pressure. Then came Deep Strike, and they were followed by High Votto to the outside. On the corner, Ty Richards straightens up about 8 metres clear. Over Deanthus Dot, followed by Arnold's Dream. And right on the extreme outside is High Votto, but Ty Richards has pinched it down the straight. And Ty Richards is going to win it by about 8 metres. Deanthus Dot will get second. Third is Arnold's Dream. Close up there is Deep Strike, and so too Classic Jack. High Votto on the outside. They were followed further back then by Stylish Chief, who dropped right out. One of the last in, Rimfire Dollar in company there with pulling up quickly Starlight Green, and last in Norton Boy. Your 40 metres. Release point coming up. Stand by for a start. Ready to go. Set. Arms fold in and they're off and racing this time. It's missed at about 25 to 30 metres, Hellebong Boy. It's a great race for the lead. Kev's Choice working hard out wide. Peter Aldo going through on the inside as they turn out of the straight now. Peter Aldo the inside and out 3 and 4 wide as Kev's Choice there. They were followed by Little Sir Echo in the centre looking for the trail. Down the back straight, and Kev's Choice soared around the outside. Moved up to join Peter Aldo in the lead. They're about 8 metres clear of True Alley. Third on the inside of Little Sir Echo. 8 metres further back on the outside is Dan Van. Then came Jane's Lucky Gem, followed further back by Green Signal. Third last over on the outside came Morella Magic, followed then by Illawong Boy through on the inside, and 3 deep now at the tail is Can He Go. Running off the back straight, and the leader with the inside running Peter Aldo about 3 metres in front. Kev's Choice working on the outside. Here's a run 3 deep now. Green Signal right around the outside is making a run. Latching onto its back there as Kenny goes. They travel to the top of the straight. Green Signal on the outside moved up to join Peter Aldo on the lead as they race down the straight now to get the bell. Out 3 deep now, racing up towards them as Kenny Go. They were followed by True Alley over on the inside of Kev's Choice. 3 back on the fence there came Jane's Lucky Gem, tapped along. Little Sir Echo on the outside, followed by Dan Van. It's out to third last, Illawong Boy second last. And last down the back straight is Morella Magic going to the 600 metre mark now. And it's Peter Aldo, joined again by Green Signal on the outside. 3 bikes wide as Kenny Go. They were followed by True Alley. Further back in the field is Kev's Choice and 3 deep Little Soreko. It makes a run from the rear, then Jane's Lucky Gem. Dan Van out 3 deep, about to go, followed by Illawong Boy. And last of all is Morella Magic. Down the back straight inside the 400. And the leader was Peter Aldo. In the centre, Green Signal under the whip. Then Kenny go out 3 deep. Here comes a run from the tail now. It's Dan Van and Little Soreko. They're about to go and make their charges. Around the corner, it's Peter Aldo, the leader. Green Signals under the whip, then Little Soreko. Here comes Dan Van on the outside with a big run into the straight. Dan Van is sweeping down the outside after Green Signal. Dan Van raced to the Little Soreko and a little bit of trouble getting a run. Illawong Boy with a late run finishing on, but Dan Van has won it. Green Signal second, Illawong Boy there for the minor issue. And likewise, Peter Aldo on the inside. They were followed by True Alley. Behind them then came Kenny Go. They were followed by Kev's Choice and then Little Soreko. And one of the last in would have been Morella Magic. The outside. A Tugalo, 2 from the outside of the front. They come up for the trot. Victorian Square Trotters Association Country Cup. 3 laps when they reach the winning post, when they reach the Gammalite winning post, and there they go. Tugalo, the favourite near the outside, has trotted up the mark okay. The first galloper there is Brereton. Brereton off stride into that corner. And settling into stride, the leader on the inside here is Someone Talk, being tackled by Tugalo around the outside now. And Tugalo is going to take the lead as they turn to the back straight now. 2 3/4 laps to go. The favourites in front. Brimpain King is second. Third on the inside is Someone Talk, and 3 deep around them goes KG Hanover. Round the outside comes Edith Snab with a fair run early. Then Frosty's Boy. They were followed further back then by Brereton. About 8 or 10 metres back was Ballamara. Over on the outside came Trixie Elwood. They were followed further back then over on the outside by Nicky Whoop, who's about third last, and well back is Chad Stone. And last of all is Lady Pace. Off the back straight they run now. And the favourite Tugalo down on the inside is being tested by KG Hanover. Tugalo on the inside and KG Hanover. They stride away. 6 metres in front of Edith Snab over on the outside, and then Brimpain King. They were followed by Frosty's Boy on the outside off stride. Frosty's Boy galloped at that point. Back on the inside as Someone Talked. Around the outside is Brereton. Frosty's Boy going right back through the field. Then came Nicky Whoop under 2 seconds to go. Well back in the field there, galloping 2 is Trixie Elwood. It goes out to the rear as well. Chad Stone about third last, and well back 2 at that point. Down the back straight is Lady Pace. 1400 to go on the trot now. And the leader was Tugalo on the inside, about 2 or 3 metres clear. KG Hanover second, Brimpain King third on the inside. Then Edith Snab 3 back on the fence there would have been Someone Talk. On its outside is Brereton, 6 metres to Nicky Whoop, and then Ballamara over on the inside, 4 or 5 metres to Chad Stone. They were followed by Lady Pace and Frosty's Boy at the tail, and tailed right off now is Trixie Elwood. Running off the back straight now, about 1100 metres to go, and Tugalo 2 metres clear. Second over on the outside is KG Hanover. Third on the rails is Brimpain King. They were followed further back by Edith Snabber on the outside. They were followed further back on the inside now by Someone Talked. In the centre came Brereton. 3 deep at that point is Lady Pace. Then came Nicky Whoop. Back on the inside is Ballamara. They were followed further back by Chad Stone. And last at the bell is Frosty's Boy. 800 out. Tugalo the favourite, doing it well. Coming around the outside is Edith Snab now, working up to be second. They were followed by Brimpain King over on the inside. Under the whip now is KG Hanover. Back on the fences, Someone Talked. Down the back straight, 600 metres to go on the trot. And the leader, Tugalo, about 2 metres in front. Edith Snab is second on the outside. Brimpain King is third. Brereton makes a run, 3 off the rails. Then came KG Hanover, who's surrendering ground. Nicky Whoops over on the outside, followed by Someone Talked on the rails. Under pressure, Lady Pace back at the tail. Well back is Ballamara in company with the Frosty's Boy. Racing off the back, 300 to go, and Tugalo the leader. Around the outside is Brereton now putting in a run. Edith Snab under pressure. Nicky Whoop runs into it on the outside. Then Brimpain King, they were followed by Chad Stone to the outside. And Someone Talked on the rails. Tugalo the leader on the turn. From on the outside is Brereton, 3 deep is Nicky Whoop, then Brimpain King. They turn for home and Tugalo the leader. Brereton on the outside, having a crack at Tugalo, but Tugalo the favourite, doing it well. Nicky Whoop the outside, but Tugalo beat Nicky Whoop by 3 metres. Third is Brereton, followed by Brimpain King. Someone Talked on the outside, and they were followed by Chad Stone. Further back on the field is Frosty's Boy, and then came Ballamara, a mile out of it, Lady Pace. So too is Edith Snab, followed by KG Hanover. And Trixie Elwood would have been one of the last in. Craigendale. Larcabello, Ace Victor. Release point coming up 1,700 metres for the last. 1,700, they're ready. Set. Racing. Stand over man down to the inside began well. Going out quickly was My Super Shell near the outside. Is driving for the lead, and Craigendale caught out 3 deep as they turn to the back straight now. My Super Shell in search of the lead, but Stand Over Man hunting up, and Craigendale around the outside of the back straight, and then came Brad Ray the outside. The leader crossing over now was My Super Shell, about 2 or 3 metres in front. Craigendale setting up second on the outside, and Stand Over Man is third. Going to the 1x1 Classical Craig, and now Brad Ray 3 wide, but about to work up towards the lead. Over on the inside there came Ace Victor and Larcabello second last the outside. Down the back straight they travel. It's a good race for the lead with on the inside My Super Shell. Holding out Craigendale, and 3 deep was Brad Ray the outside. 6 metres back Stand Over Man on the inside of Classical Craig. 8 or 10 metres to Larcabello, and last back on the inside is Ace Victor. Around the top turn now, and down on the inside is My Super Shell, leading about a metre or so clear. Second over on the outside is Craigendale, and still 3 deep is Brad Ray. It's doing it very, very hard out there, 3 wide. Back on the inside came Stand Over Man, followed by Classical Craig. Larcabello about to go from the tail. And last of all, as they run to the back straight, is Ace Victor. Going to the back at the 700 metre mark now. It's My Super Shell, the leader. Craigendale is second. Third, Stand Over Man on the inside. Still 3 deep is Brad Ray on the outside. Then Classical Craig, followed by Larcabello. And last of all is Ace Victor. Down the back straight, they run 500 metres to go. It's My Super Shell about 3 metres clear. Brad Ray and Craigendale, they both look beaten. Larcabello runs on, and so too does Ace Victor from the tail. My Super Shell being tackled by Larcabello. Ace Victor's the fresh horse on the scene. Then Stand Over Man, followed by Classical Craig. Out to the rear go Craigendale and Brad Ray near the corner. My Super Shell under extreme pressure. Larcabello's hit the front, coming out at Ace Victor on the outside. It's between Larcabello and Ace Victor. Back on the inside is My Super Shell. In the centre, Larcabello hit the lead. Ace Victor tries hard the outside. It rallies, but Larcabello hangs on. Larcabello wins. Photo for the Miners. Ace Victor the outside. My Super Shell near the rails. Then came Stand Over Man. Classical Craig, Craigendale, and last in Brad Ray.